Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped.
And welcome to Cycle Sunday. Well, we're back at Criterium Cycles.
Hello.
Mate, it's looking busy, lots of bikes in here. Now, the subject of this video. Over the summer, Mrs. Petrol Ped bought an e-bike.
She did.
She did. She loves it, absolutely loves it. And what I love the most about it is that we can go out riding together, Tracy on her e-bike, and me on one of my other bikes, normally my road bike or the gravel bike.
Yep.
And we can go out cycling together. When we get to a hill, she normally destroys me and leaves me for dead, okay? And I've been talking...
Is that on the e-bike or off?
She's on the e-bike and just literally drops me and leaves me going. So, Paul and Rosie, you jumped into e-bikes over the summer.
We did, yes.
And they keep talking about how amazing it is when they both go out on their e-bikes together. And Paul's done his normal sales trick, and he got me to buy an e-bike. But I actually bought it about 3 months ago.
You did.
And today, finally, I'm going to get to see it and pick it up, and it's just round the corner.
Should we go and have a look?
Let's go and have a look. Hey mate, nice podcast studio.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to actually see where you are on the other side of the podcast.
Yeah. So here we go, Ped.
Mate, I've only seen pictures. Oh,
it's really nice, isn't
it's
it?
proper, that is. Oh, hold on a minute.
I thought I'd just leave that on for a laugh.
Well, that'll be coming off straight away. Oh, wow.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's really, really something, actually.
Yeah.
Really, really something. So tell me about it. It's a Trek Rail 9.5.
Correct.
So this is, we've talked about this in the podcast already, but this is a carbon fibre frame.
Yeah, carbon fibre front triangle, so the main frame,
Yeah.
with an aluminium rear triangle, so
Yeah.
the swing arm and the seat stay is aluminium.
But this is of the carbon fibre frame rail range. This is the cheapest one, if you like, the entry level.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So it's got the highest grade frame and motor that you can get.
Absolutely correct.
But then the compromise, I guess, is in everything else.
Yes, is all
Wheels,
the components.
Components
Yes,
and stuff.
yes.
When I say compromise, we're still looking at a bike that costs just a little bit over 5,000 quid.
That's exactly it. So, and as you know, Rosie and I own these bikes as well.
Yeah.
And one of the things that has staggered us more than anything, because in bike shops we get a little bit spoilt with really high-end kit, high-end components.
Yeah.
And one of the things that has really staggered us more than anything else is actually just how good entry-level kit is nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go absolutely crazy stupid on components.
Yeah.
That's fine. If you've got the money to buy them, the money to maintain them, brilliant. But it all comes down to what we speak about all the time, which is if you focus first of all on the frame,
Yeah.
you've got the highest capacity battery that is available today,
Yeah.
and Bosch's top of the range Generation 4 Performance CX motor. So you've got a platform of which you're going to love.
Yeah. And this is, so unlike Tracy's e-bike, which is a hybrid moving into a mountain bike.
Yes.
Isn't it? So it's a hybrid with a suspension fork. This is a full-blown, full suspension mountain bike.
It's proper enduro bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
with huge travel.
yeah. So this is what we classify as a high consequence bike.
What, I mean, if you go fast, I'm going to fall off and hurt myself.
It's high consequence. So yeah, this is 160 millimeters of travel on the front end. Everyone's got to do that.
Oh, I know, sorry.
150 millimeters on the back end, and it's a 29-inch wheel as well.
Yeah.
But the geometry of this bike, it's just right. It's just
And it's
lovely.
in the same colourway as Ruby Roadster.
Ruby Roadster.
Come on.
And what have you done with Ruby?
Modified it. Well, I've done modified this.
You have? What have you done? What have we done up to?
So I've got dirty grips
Yep.
to match the red, which I think look really, really cool.
Yeah.
I've got a very cool K-Edge Garmin mount, but it's also got a GoPro mount underneath, which is really cool for creating content.
Yeah.
And some really cool pedals.
Yeah. So again, because we're speccing this bike for you,
Yeah.
and where you ride and what you want to get out of this particular bike, we've gone for a set of Shimano XTR, so the top end of what Shimano do, in the trail style pedal.
Yeah.
So it's just really easy to clip in and clip out of, but
Yeah.
it's a very focused, pedal system. You're not going to be beating downs over cliffs and jumps and that sort of stuff. So you want a pedal system that's nice and light, easy to use and comfortable on your feet.
Yeah. Cool. It's ready to go then.
It's ready to go, yeah.
Tubeless tyres?
So this particular bike, being the entry-level bike, the wheel and tyre package is one of the biggest compromises.
Okay.
So the wheel itself, it is tubeless ready.
Yes.
So what we could do is we could take the non-tubeless tyre off the bike.
Yeah.
We can put some rim tape in there. We can put some universal valve cores, sealant, a tubeless tyre of your choice, and you're ready to go tubeless.
Yeah.
In fact, what I've done is I've prepared a tyre, because I know you like going tubeless and you like the idea and the concept of going tubeless. Ultra is tubeless.
I really enjoy that.
And also, you're a big Michelin fan.
I am.
Yes. So what I've done here is I've got a Michelin tyre already inflated and mounted, so you can see what the profile looks like. You've got a nice aggressive shoulder. It's got a nice fast rolling inner. That tyre fitted onto this wheel, gone tubeless.
Yeah.
That'd be an okay upgrade to start with. Yeah. Yeah.
What the wheel that this tyre's fitted to? What kind of wheel's that, mate? It's quite nice.
I don't know if you'd be interested in that actually.
Is it? What's it made of?
It's made of carbon. And I just thought, I mean, there was nothing.
Accidentally on purpose?
I just thought, let's just put the tyre onto a wheel rather than just give you a folded tyre in a package. I thought I'd put it so you could see it. But I mean, look, I'm not.
Okay. So we'll have then.
Okay.
Right, cool. Excellent. So I'm good to go then?
Yeah.
Wicked?
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
Incoming.
you like electronic gears.
Yeah.
I mean, most of your bikes got electronic gears.
Yeah, these are though, aren't they?
No. So this is, again, because it's the entry-level version, the shifter, which is a lovely shifter, with a cable, is connected to the rear derailleur for shifting gear.
Yeah, okay.
But SRAM have, just out of interest, SRAM, they've just launched an upgrade pack where you could actually go electronic as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that?
It's appropriate.
£1 million?
It's £1 million.
Okay.
Yeah. You
haven't got any though, because there's a supply problem.
Problem.
Yeah, because it took 8 months to get the electronic shifting for the Bianchi.
It did. Yeah.
So I won't be able to get that till like June.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah. If I hadn't already pre-ordered them 8 months ago, and we may have a pack here for you.
Oh, okay. So that turns this bike electronic shifting?
Yeah. So that would mean that the shifter and the cable disappears.
Yeah.
And a nice little micro switch, and then your rear derailleur will shift the chain nicely.
Yeah, all right, I'll have one of them.
You'll have one of them. Okay, brilliant. Excellent. Yeah.
Anything else? I mean, these are set, so in all seriousness, we're messing around a little bit here.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we bought the entry-level ones, because you're doing upgrades on your bike as well, and we're going to kind of talk about that in the podcast and in other episodes.
Yes.
So the plan was always to take this bike and do some upgrades.
Yeah.
But there are times where an upgrade, even though I've just spent more money with you, where I might say, well, actually, let me upgrade, and you might say, maybe not.
Yeah. Always remember that you can keep upgrading and keep spending money. But also remember that the more expensive the components are that you're putting on, the more it's going to cost you to run. Because those components do wear and they do have to be replaced. Which is why, again, we're having fun there. I hope you enjoyed it. But all of those upgrades that we've gone for are things that are going to have some really good longevity to it.
We've said a number of times, upgrading wheel set can transform any bike. I've done it in the past when I had my Giant years ago, aluminium frame Giant, and I put a really nice set of wheels on it. It literally transformed the bike.
Yes.
In fact, I still ride those wheels now on my Specialized.
Yes.
So That I know is going to transform this bike. The gears for me,
the shifting's it's a bit of a luxury.
I know, but once you've had electronic shifting gears on a bike, it's really hard not to have them. And actually as an upgrade path, because it's a one by, it's only really the rear derailleur. When I upgraded my road bike to electronic shifting, it was like £1,000 just for the group set. So
and that is £540.
So I guess you could, I don't know, something like a cassette, because you have to change those, especially on a mountain bike. They wear and you know, every now and again you have to buy a new one.
Yeah, correct.
So I could upgrade the cassette maybe?
Yep, you can upgrade the cassette. You could, in fact, I've got one here for you to see. So this is SRAM's top of the range, which is what we call Triple X1. It is just absolutely beautiful. And if you pull that out, that's it.
Mate.
It is
seriously?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you then consider from an engineering perspective that everything that you see here in gold, that is machined out of a single piece. So you can see there's no joins there.
Because they're individual rings, right?
Individual rings that are basically being bolted and riveted together. Whereas this is just a single billet effectively, and then the outer ring here, that's then its own piece, and then it's machined onto that central dome.
That looks nice.
Looks beautiful.
Lighter than that.
Significantly lighter.
Yeah, okay, hit me with the bad news. Replace one of those?
99 quid.
Replace one of these?
440 quid. And it's what we always talk about.
I mean, it would look really nice.
That gold against the red and black.
Yeah. No. You've done me on the wheels and the tyres, but the reason we've done this is upgrading bikes. It's a bit like modifying cars, actually. You know, there's gain and reward, right? So you spend money and you get a particular gain. So, like we've said, wheel set, I get that. Electronic shifting, I get that. For me personally, the type of riding I do, that would be, apart from vanity and making the bike look cool, I'd just be wasting my money.
Yes.
But there will be clients that come in here that are, you know, much better riders than me, wanting to kind of have that high-end performance. And they'll go and spend that kind of money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're looking for that nth degree of speed and performance.
So, next thing then is we'll get that fitted.
Yes.
And then I can have a go.
Yeah.
So we're in the workshop.
We are.
The rail's on the stand.
It is.
I haven't even ridden it yet, and I'm modifying it. Now, under normal circumstances, that is probably not what I would do. I'd take the bike home, I'd ride it, and over the coming months, I'd kind of step through the modifications. The idea with this bike, as with the purchase of your rail, was always to kind of upgrade.
Yes.
And to talk about some of the natural upgrades of a bike like this. We don't need to do anything with the frame.
No.
But the componentry, as we've mentioned, is kind of...
Yeah. And normally we'd sort of say, I'd like you to get some wear out of the stuff that you've paid for before you then start taking it off.
Yeah.
However...
But I live 500 miles away.
Yes.
And we decided that we'd do all the upgrades now.
Yes.
So we've talked about the wheels. Now, one of the things we could have just taken the brake discs or the rotors off of these old wheels and put them on the new ones.
Correct.
However, we've gone for a bit of an upgrade on the rotors.
We have.
Actually, Stephen's already fitted one, so we can have a look. Up there you'll see the rear wheel's already got it on.
Yes.
But these rotors, I mean, firstly, they look brilliant, but it's a performance upgrade, right?
It is. So this is still a Shimano brake rotor, the same manufacturer as what's coming off, but it's their higher spec version from the Shimano XT line.
Yeah.
So it's got a much stiffer central spider, and the actual rotor itself, where the pad grips onto, is better for heat management. So it's a higher performance brake.
Cool. Okay. And they look really cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. That's quite a nice upgrade.
Yes.
And the bike will look really, really smart.
Yeah, and they're also not massively expensive at about 56 quid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
a rotor.
Yeah. So the wheels aren't an inexpensive option because it's wheels, tyres, rotors.
Yes.
But then the big thing for me that's going to really fundamentally change this bike is putting electronic shifting on it.
It was just something when these upgrade packs from SRAM came through. I made the suggestion to Pete. And he said, "Oh no! Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, at the moment, you've got a lever at the front, and it's manual index shifting.
Yeah.
We're going to go to this. Now, this is a wireless system.
Yeah. SRAM is wireless with their
That's
axis.
their differentiator, right? They don't, because there's Shimano and Campag.
Yeah, just so we don't get too many comments, Shimano on some of their new road stuff is going part wired, part wireless.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
Yes.
However, SRAM is fully wireless.
Yeah.
So there is.
You've got a little sender unit on the handlebars with a little clicker with a battery in it.
Yeah.
And then this on the back, I'll have to plug this in, there's a battery over there.
Yeah.
So that's going to go on there.
Yes.
And then the last thing, we're going to keep the same cassette.
Yes.
But we're going to upgrade the chain.
Yeah. And again, for no massive, we would normally.
I could run that down, wear it out, and then when it's worn out, then put one of these on.
Indeed. However, we just thought, well, the chain's coming off anyway, and we showed you this in its nice, almost jewellery box.
Yeah.
And it's a jet black KMC chain, one of their top end models, and it's just stunning. It's very, very slippery, and it's also very hard. It's very hard wearing.
Like almost a diamond esque coating, right?
Correct. Yeah. It really, really nice.
Which for an off-road mountain bike, really wearing part, right, with all the grit and the grime and stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I reckon we should hand this bike over to Stephen and get him going.
Stephen's going to do a great
He's
job.
already started. One step ahead. He's already put the rotor on the rear wheel.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we go have a cup of tea?
Let's go and have a cup of tea.
Much better.
Yeah.
What a build.
It's ace, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, it was ace before, but I have to say, the addition of the wheels, the rotors rather, the new chain just looks amazing.
I love the chain on this.
I know, yeah. You're going to have one on yours?
It's going to happen. It has to.
And then the electronic shifting with the new shifter on there. So I need to get this back and give it a ride because unfortunately it went dark.
I know.
So
I know.
I'm going to head back to the South Downs and get riding.
Yeah. And there's a number of things. I can't wait to hear your feedback on the bike.
Yeah.
But also, I can't wait to hear your feedback on you and Tracy going out riding together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Massive shout out to the main man.
The main man.
Who built the bike?
Stephen.
Stephen, you are a legend. He's actually behind that camera there. Yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely amazing. Because he built the bike way back in July, I guess it was, when I first bought it.
Yeah.
And then he's done all the modifications on it today.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get this bike back and get riding.
Absolutely perfect. Well done. Thanks,
right,
Pete.
that's the last bike I'm buying from you, all right?
Oh, yeah. Until next week.
Okay, the time has come to take the rail out for its first spin. I cannot wait. I'm just going to do a 20-mile loop around my house that's got some nice trails, some nice uphills. Looking forward to trying out all the different modes. Yeah, it's been too long coming this. I bought this bike about 4 months ago. Let's hit the trails. What I am really loving though is this K-Edge integrated GoPro and Garmin mount. Absolutely love that. But let's bring the bike to life, shall we? Yes, maybe not turbo to start with. I think we'll go eco to start with. These are the different modes. So you've basically got, you can go through eco, which is the least assistance. In fact, you can actually turn assistance off completely. You've got eco, tour, EMTB, and then turbo. So yeah, I think we'll go eco for now. Right, let's bust some myths, shall we? E-bikes are cheating. Well, I've just come up one of my favourite climbs, Chalk Pit Lane, and I just did it in the eco mode, so the least amount of assistance, and you have to work really hard. I'm just as out of breath and my legs are just as fatigued as I would be if I'd have come up here on my Arcadex or my normal full suspension mountain bike. The difference is I've come up here a little bit more quickly, but it's still a workout. But there you go. You're then presented with the most beautiful view over Goodwood. There's the Downs golf course over there. You can kind of maybe just about make out the aerodrome, which is just there, with a motor circuit running around it. Absolutely beautiful. But that thing
First impression's brilliant. I just had to adjust my saddle height a little bit because it wasn't high enough, but it's now perfect. And I've got to drop a seat post on there, which I'll try out on my first descent in a moment. But yeah, e-bikes are not cheating people. No. That wasn't expected. Oh wow, just over 10 miles in and I absolutely love this bike already, and it's dirty as well. Fantastic. Where do I begin with this? Now clearly I didn't ride it before the modifications, but the electronic shifting, that just works absolutely brilliantly. I'm loving the dropper seat post as well. Really sharp feel to the brakes. And the tubeless setup, I'm only running 30 psi and you can just feel the extra grip, and it's a very confidence inspiring bike. The thing that's blown me away already in the short amount of miles I've done is it's an e-bike. It's cheating, right? It's so not. I'm actually quite knackered, but it's just a different type of riding. You can stick it in just normal eco mode and you have to work pretty hard actually on the climbs. But on some of the more tougher technical climbs, if you put it in to one of the higher assistance modes like turbo, it totally changes the climb. Suddenly you're doing 16 miles an hour uphill, and it makes it a really interesting technical climb. It's a different type of riding. It almost reminds me of being a kid again on a bike and discovering all kinds of new things. I'm absolutely blown away with it, and you know, obviously, or blown away by it rather, not with it. You know, I've bought this bike a long time ago, and to finally get to ride it is something else. But make sure you tune into the podcast, which is gone live now, because we're going to have a chat about all things rail and some of the work that Paul's going to do to his bike and Rosie's bike, because clearly I've modified mine. I've put the upgraded wheels, tubeless tyres, electronic shifting. Paul's going to do a range of other things, so it's quite interesting to see just how you can adapt one of these bikes to your type of riding. I live in the South Downs. Well, actually, the coast's that way. The South Downs is kind of over there behind me. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of work to this, so make sure you tune into that. Make sure you like, share and subscribe this video. But for now, I'm going to carry on. I've got to go down that way somewhere and enjoy the downhill, by the way. Suspension bit, unreal. But sadly, my Oppo isn't next to me to tell you to ride safe, so I will do it on his behalf as well. But you ride safe, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Plenty more to come from Cycle Sunday on the run up to Christmas. Make sure you tune in next week on Sunday at 6 o'clock and head over now to the podcast. We'll see you there. Ride safe, guys.